This is a certified hood classic.
Baba Booey.
All rise, orders the court. It is it's time for We Got a Case. Hello, Mikey.
It is. And thank you for letting me take that drum solo after I've always wanted to be a part of Bad to the Bone.
You
that.
you nailed it perfectly. I didn't even have to, ask in the beginning. It just you hear that and there's nothing more.
You know what to do. Yeah. Ooh, let me turn that down. Creed, tell you, Wild Worman Wednesday, and what better way to kick it off in court with one of my favorite wild wormans there is, Judge DiSanto, the woman of many hairdos, many faces, and many, many stamps.
Good afternoon, Mr. G. Serrano, appearing on behalf of my client, sentencing. And please state your name, ma'am.
Erica Jackson.
All right, thank you.
And well,
take your time, Judge. No hurry.
You've missed a long, awkward silence, Christopher.
Where have you been, Chris? No gifter.
It's my understanding that Ms. Grote, who was a victim in this matter, well, actually there were two victims. The other one was the driver of the semi-truck. But I don't believe that person was notified that the victim was here. But I don't believe it's here any further.
There was no restitution issue, Your Honor.
Oh, I don't think that's accurate, counsel.
Uh-oh.
That's at least where I got from the reports.
I understand that. But it's my understanding that the restitution amount was sent over to Mr. Carmen. And I don't know that that was sent over to the court. So the court ended up getting a copy of it. Which appears to be.
Yes.
Hello, my name is Alleged Criminal.
I do not owe restitution.
Is it the $25,120.23 is the restitution amount?
Ooh.
Cost is going to.
Oh, she's freaking out. Look at her.
Insurance to fix it, and then Ms. Grote's amount was $1,000 out of pocket. You don't know if Ms. Grote's present still?
I don't believe so, Judge.
Miss Gross ain't here.
Does anyone see Miss Grote?
Miss Gross, go outside and call her name 3 times in the hallway.
Do you want any water?
By the way, is the attorney going to audition for a Talking Heads video? What is with that jacket?
That jacket.
This is your
Jesus
save-the-date schedule for sentencing and your client's feature and then you charge a failed to report and no proof of insurance.
Bacon or sausage?
You have an opportunity to review the report and recommendation in this manner.
Yes, sir, it is. I have reviewed it with my client. Nothing pending, is that correct, ma'am?
That's correct.
The time to pay fine cost.
Well, ma'am, you get into an accident and you take off.
Ooh, hit and run.
Why?
Am I honest? I'm not sure. I've never been in trouble before, and I'm very nervous. I'm not sure what am I allowed to speak freely? I don't know what I'm allowed to do and what I'm allowed not to do.
Well,
You have no rights.
Attorney's right there. He can direct you if
How does court work?
too far, too much far. But go ahead.
I'm under a lot of stress with my work and home life. I lost my sister and my dad, and I've been extremely stressed out. And I go to my sister's grave trying to calm down for my boss while I'm at work for my lunchtime. And I was just very stressed out that day, and it wasn't my brakes. I just got $900 worth of work done on my car prior to this. It was 3 days prior to this, and when I went to hit my brakes, everything locked up, and it wasn't meaning to I wasn't like taking off, my whole motor, everything locked up, so I don't know. It wasn't intentionally, and I'm truly sorry, and I'm thankful that no one got hurt.
Her gas
Yeah,
pedal
but-
locked up on the motor.
You hit the person,
Well,
but
when
then
I
you didn't stay there. So you're saying that your engine, everything locked up. That would tell me that it wouldn't move anywhere.
No, when the semi in front of me was having problems, and then the car was, I was still nervous.
What's up,
so
boss?
through the trauma, my brain's like, don't process anymore like it should be. So, it wasn't intentionally, like, my car locked up and the motor, the accelerator got stuck to the motor. And when it took off, I don't know, I had brakes done, or tie rod, so I don't know. I got it from a tire shotgun, so I don't know if they didn't do something right. And when I hit my brakes really fast,
The accelerator got stuck to the motor. Just let that sink in for just a second.
Did her foot put it through the floor? I mean, I'm
Well-
not sure. And it sounds like she may have a counterclaim against the people that did work on her car. If we're going to go with that analogy,
Sounds-
like
Sounds that way.
they did something wrong, but still, it didn't make her. It didn't stick so bad that it made her do a hit and run. I mean, by the way, in case anybody was asking, Creed,
Yeah.
this will go up later on today on the channel without me and Creed. So
No.
you got that
So
to look forward
You
to.
can
as
leave
well.
now if we annoy you, and you can just
But
watch.
only on We Got a Case. We Got a Case, which will have a lot of exclusive DeSanto coming up.
locked up, and when I was trying to brake it, my car kept going, and when I bumped to the officer's wife, it jammed my accelerator to my motor. And when it calculated back, it flew me, and I was trying to stop, and I should have called the police, but I was worried about not stopping. So I wasn't never intentionally to take off. That's the first thing I asked Riverview officers, are they okay? So I worked really hard. I have a 16-year-old son. I'm not on welfare. I'm just trying to make it.
Humble brag.
It's just extremely stressful. So
I'm not on welfare.
I am truly sorry.
Sounds like about a hit and
I
run.
mean, I'm sure that you are.
She's got a hit and run on her.
So.
I was wondering that too. Did you add shit to the case channel? Is that?
Yeah. That via our YouTube advisor.
Nah.
That it will
All right.
make it easier for people to find it and know what it is.
All right.
I don't know. We'll give it 30 days.
I don't find that, that there's reasonable ground, thank you, that there's reasonable grounds to park on sale 769.5. The court's going to order fines and costs only and restitution. So what I'm going to order is I show a receipt of $1,000. Okay. I'm going to order $1,000. If it turns out that the $25,000 here is what's being requested, which I don't think that that's what it is, we're going to be set for a restitution hearing.
Tabra 22
Otherwise, I
bucks.
just want to order the $1,000 in restitution to counsel. If you like an opportunity to look at that with your client, it's this last receipt here at Friendly Lincoln, which shows that $1,000 was paid. So would you like to look at that, counsel?
So she's got to pay the 1,000, but may even have to pay 25,000.
It's close.
Miss Gross isn't there, but Madonna is. She's right there.
Madonna, thank you. You are on the Misunderstanding Express, but I understand you.
She accepts that, Your Honor. If that, in fact,
Thank you.
Of course, if it's the greater amount, we would ask for a hearing. But this
No, I
appears to be
understand, yes.
standardized, out of pocket, usually deductible.
All right, and so the court's going to order the following. Court's going to order, it's a $100 fine, $100 screening assessment fee, cost of prosecution, $300, crime victim assessment fee of $75, justice system assessment fee of $50, for $625 plus the $1,000 is $1,625, okay? Do you have any of that to pay today, ma'am?
$5.
Mm.
Well, okay, I don't want to take your $40 right now. Okay, So what can you pay per month and what day of the month works best?
Ack.
Middle of the week works best because I pay rent in
Ack, ack.
the beginning of, or middle of the month, because I pay rent and DT in the beginning of the month. So middle of the month will help me a little.
She has a
bit.
16-year-old?
How much? You can do $100 per month? Okay. So I'm going to order.
Looks a bit young for a
$100 per month.
16-year-old, no?
Middle of the
I'd
month.
be, if I was friends with her son,
June
I'd be staying
17th.
tonight all the time.
All the time. I'd be staying up late too, looking out in the hallway. Ever, thank you. 5.
Just have a seat over in probation, just in case I need to give you.
KD9, you do not have to have a seat over in probation. So you know, one to the main channel. Thank you. On to the next, I guess.
Yeah, I'd hate to know I had 25 grand hanging over my head,
Yeah, no, that's
possibly coming at me.
not cool at all.
Oh, look, we don't get to see this side of things. Thank
Not at
you.
all.
14. It's a 1 and a 4.
That's
1 and a 4.
that's a lot.
I'm doing hearts like this, in case somebody's wondering.
Oh, is that? I like that.
Like
just
still
going
high
with-
five.
I'm just waiting. I have to
Yeah,
call Allie in for recording, and then I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe while she's gone, nothing will happen of any importance.
May I add
Me
one more
too.
thing, if possible?
Me too.
I was just letting you know that it's been 8 years, man, without even a citation ticket. I just
Okay.
wanted to see if
Talking to
you-
the attorney.
8 years, man. Hands up, just working and taking care of my kids, man. Just living day by day.
Okay, very good.
That's all. If you
Hour
could,
by hour.
let your honor know that, you know.
Okay.
That's it.
Can hear
Thank
you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Can hear you.
Appreciate it.
What are you saying? Wow to the fact that dude's got his fire stoked perfectly.
Or maybe it's the large globe that is only hiding a bar
We are going
inside of it.
The state of Michigan versus Xavier Smith, 24667. And Detective Miles, if you can please state your name for the record.
Nope, no cheese talk around here.
Detective Matthew Lyles, MATTHEWLYLES, badge number 62.
Thank you. Please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear from the testimony about to give this matter the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do, Your Honor.
I think you may proceed on the warrant.
Your Honor, on May 26, 2024, at approximately
Arby's, we have the meats.
Thank you.
01:14 hours, it'd be 1:14 in the morning, officers were dispatched to 17400 4th Street, apartment 106 within the city of Riverview. Upon arrival, officers made contact with the defendant, Mr. Xavier Smith, who stated he was trying to get a welfare check done on his girlfriend, who he had been in a dating relationship with for 1 year. It was later identified as the complainant, Laceria Jones.
Great name.
Officers
Sounds-
speaking
sounds
to Mr.
fake.
Smith, and there were some concerns that there may have been a domestic incident between Mr. Smith and Miss Jones. Officer Schramm just advised Mr. Smith that he was going to be detained for investigation of a domestic incident between the two, based on some comments that Mr. Smith had been having a argument with Mrs. Jones, but nothing physical had occurred. Mrs. Jones had not been located at that time. Officer Schramm was able to detain Mr. Smith after
Of course it can. But would you stand there in court and say that it got stuck to the motor?
I mean,
Because that just doesn't sound.
did you take off from a scene of an accident afterwards?
Yes. Also, did you?
Did you peel wheels out of there? Michael, good to see you, buddy.
No, we were saying that because of the way that she was explaining it, that it got stuck to the motor. She said that a bunch of times. It's odd.
But it was
he had,
hit and run.
arrest
Right.
by pulling away and walking away.
Uh-oh.
Ultimately complied and was handcuffed. Miss Jones was then located at the Riverview Police Department. She had gone and walked into the lobby to speak with an officer about a domestic incident between her and Mr. Smith. It was then discovered by Officer Miller.
Smith and Jones.
Miss Jones had dried blood on her mouth and shirt and some bruising and swelling on her face.
Oh boy.
Miss Jones explained that she had gotten into an argument with Mr. Smith, and Mr. Smith was telling her to lay down on the bed. Miss Jones stated she was sitting up and drinking water and walking around when Mr. Smith was telling her to do this. Mr. Smith got angry at Mrs. Jones and started to choke her.
Oh, geez.
Miss Jones then stated Mr. Smith struck her with a closed fist in her mouth, busting out one of her front teeth.
Oh!
Observed by Officer Miller. Miss Jones stated that Mr. Smith then locked her in a closet, and he was sitting in front of the door, keeping it shut so she could not escape the closet.
Oh, that's nice.
Miss Jones stated she eventually ran to the front door to leave the apartment while Mr. Smith was using the bathroom, and she walked to the police station to get help. Miss Smith informed
to the police station.
Mrs. Jones informed the officers that Mr. Smith had stolen her iPhone, and she was able to describe it. Officer Miller observed the iPhone that was described by Miss Jones in Smith's property.
And Officer Miller, too. Don't forget to add into the Jones and Smith Miller.
Real quick, I know we'll make faces and we'll laugh here and there. Domestic violence is not a joke, and if you need help, it's out there. Make sure you check for your local offices so you don't have to deal with this kind of thing like Mrs.
Yeah, this dude went above and beyond. Glad she got out of the damn closet and walked.
Seemed like we were heading towards like an unaliving, perhaps.
That I could have. Yeah, I think that she got out in the nick of time.
At the Riverview Police Department, Officer Miller took the phone, and Miss Jones knew the password to unlock the phone, as well as the phone was unlocked by facial recognition of Miss Jones's face. Jones went through her phone and observed that Mr. Smith had taken $150 from her Cash App account and sent it to his Cash App account, which was labeled money sign God Xavier 999.
Okay.
Just to for the court's understanding, first name.
On it.
Ms. Jones showed Officer Miller the transaction receipt, and a photo of it was added to evidence.com. I later spoke with Ms. Jones, who stated, or who was very emotional and stated she was afraid of Mr. Smith. She stated she did not want to press charges, but asked if Wayne County would seek charges on her behalf.
What?
In this case. That is all I have, Your Honor.
She didn't want to press charges, but asked them to press for her.
Minutes, I find that the offenses charged were committed, that there's probable cause to believe the defendant committed those offenses. I'm sorry, counsel, there's a second offense on the domestic violence and a fourth offense notice.
And he did everything.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, are you speaking to me? Me, Your Honor.
By the way,
yeah.
Your Honor, were you
the max and $20 on the PP. 20
Hell yeah. Thanks for lunch. It's a back attack.
She's on vacation next week.
Oh, damn.
I have a couple people talking to me. Were you speaking to me, Your Honor?
Yes, detective, yes.
Okay.
I just wanted to
Yes, Your
confirm
Honor.
that.
Yes, there are previous convictions. One on 8/19 of 2015 for a domestic incident. And then Mr. Smith also has 3 prior felony convictions on his record. One in 8/11 of 2010 for home invasion 2nd degree. One on 4/26 of 17 for carrying a concealed weapon. And one on 4/26 of 2017 for firearm possession by a felon.
May I state anything, Your Honor, or talk to my lawyer?
Hold on,
What?
a moment, sir.
That time's passed, brother.
Your appearance for the record, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Champion claim behalf of my client. This time consent to the matter being heard via Zoom. As to the arraignment, we waive formal reading and my client stands muted.
All right, thank you. Sir, your name for the record, please.
Xavier Smith.
All right, thank you. Please remove your hands from your pockets. All right, the court's going to waive the formal reading. Sir, you do have the right to have an attorney. If you cannot afford one, the court will appoint one to represent you. And in fact, you've had an opportunity to speak to one today, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, please remove your hands from your pockets, sir.
Oh, sorry, Your Honor. Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry.
You also have the right to be presumed innocent. You also have the right to be presumed, to have a trial by a judge or by a jury. You also have the right to remain silent. Anything you say orally or in writing may be used against you in court. Do you understand those rights, sir?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right, the court has also signed the order for court-appointed attorney for felony matters. The court's entering a plea of.
Wow, didn't we watch? Isn't that the one that we watched? The phone wasn't that in Florida? And it was a phone store.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a common thing. Don't let people use their phones.
Never let nobody touch your phone, no matter what, even if it's somebody you trust. Sneaky some bitches.
Guilty on your behalf, scheduling this matter for a probable cause conference on June 4th at 9 a.m. at the 28th District Court. I'm sorry, June 7th. June 7th. I think I just said 4th. June 7th at the 28th District Court at 9 a.m. And counsel as to bond.
Your Honor, my client, he's not on probation or parole, and although he does have prior history, he hasn't been in any sort of trouble, according to him, for at least 8 years. He currently resides in Riverview. He has 6 children, ages 11, 9, 8, 6, and 6. He's actively involved.
Wait,
Stop.
He's got 6 kids. 2 of them are both 11, and 2 of them are both 6. What are the chances those kids are not twins?
I would imagine that they are, right?
I guarantee they're not. I guarantee he's got kids with probably 6 different women
in different area codes.
Yeah, because I if I'm not mistaken, I don't even think he has one with this woman he just assaulted.
Yeah, April, they can get into your Cash App or your PayPal really quick and then just shoot it over to themselves. Like if you don't have it password protected, that's a crazy world.
Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Good to see you, April, by the way. Good to see you.
Dude's got a bunch of kids and
we'll see. 11.
You're getting all future court dates, and I'd ask you to determine an appropriate bond, potentially some leniency. He's indicated he's not a flight risk, and he is eager to find a resolution at this matter. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Yeah, yes, Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith, I say Mr. Smith. I think you were off the record of this case and what's going on. I paid off the rest of my rent. I think it was to you, Mr. Elizabeth. Judge, Your Honor.
What?
I received
what?
Yeah, I received another paper from y'all, and I was just letting you know I'm showing up to all my court dates that I had with you. I paid off what I was supposed to pay off. I can prove to you I'm not a flight risk. I know this seems like a big misunderstanding until I'm proven guilty.
I don't know if that sounds so much like a misunderstanding, but
look, I'm gonna say this, Creed. He come in, I think he with a smile on his face. I think he thought he's gonna I'm gonna work this woman.
That's right.
Oh, hello there, Mr. Smith. That's me. Oh God, I'm so excited. Sorry about that. Yeah, Judge, I gave you that money that one time for the rent. Remember that? You know me. Come on, we're old pals. He even made the mistake of calling her. I believe he called her Miss Elizabeth. Is that okay? I don't think it is.
I don't think
you're supposed to. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Elizabeth.
When you're trying to win them over with some kindness,
there's only one Miss Elizabeth in my life, buddy, and it's that one right there.
Mikey still has that poster on up above.
Oh yeah, Miss Elizabeth.
I won't be no trouble for the community or for Mrs. Jones. I do have family members that will support me if I have to get put on tether to go to someone else's house. I'm still making payments on my rent. I don't mind not being there because Ms. Jones shared that household with me. I do have, like I said, I do have sisters and aunties and other siblings I can go stay at if I have to use a tether.
April with 5 over the main channel. Thank you.
What an amazing blessing. And don't forget, if you haven't got those memberships turned on, you need to do it. A mod will be happy to help you. Not a guy named Ahmad, but a person in our chat that is a mod.
No third party. We're not quite to that point where we got to ship things overseas for labor. Also, speaking of that, 5:30 East. Today is Wednesday.
That's
that means
wild.
It's wild, yes. It also means
Wow.
members only for We Got a
Oh.
Case channel. Don't forget.
That's right. Never forget, because you're going to see a lot of exclusive Judge DeSanto videos going up only over on We Got a Case. So you need to, if you enjoyed Judge DeSanto, even starting today at 2 p.m., as soon as we're done here, you're going to get redirected over there to a brand new video from this here judge.
And I don't have a lot of money on me. I can scrape up to 500 to 800, and that's just due to having a support system of my family members. But I would like to continue to keep working and maintain my place of being until this case is resolved and go forward from there, Your Honor. And I want to say I apologize to the court for the misunderstanding just from what I'm being accused of. So
It's not
I know I'm not charged yet, I'm not guilty yet, but I just apologize for being in front of you due to late rent to now you looking at me like, Mr. Smith, what's going on? So I just wanted to give my apology.
Old friend of mine.
Okay, thank you very much. So, but you have been charged, but you haven't been convicted. The court will also note that Mr. Smith made the statement that he paid the rent to Your Honor, but I can tell you that this court has not received any of the rent payment. I myself have not received any rent payment, but the rent was to, where's the Green Trees Apartments? Is that where it is?
It was Huntington Housing. Remember y'all broke it down in segments for me. Y'all, that's why I'm still allowed to live there now, y'all.
Oh, I think was this last week, and then there was like weekly payments or
Yeah,
something.
and it was all, yeah, the church helped me pay it off.
Oh, God bless them for helping a good guy like you.
So no, I
They
do recall
did
that now
great.
that you said that. So, okay. Sir, where is it that you work?
I'm at Amazon in Romulus. I just started out there last week before the holiday and everything. I passed my drug test and I passed the background check of 7 years of having a felony. So I should be starting. He already got an email on my phone saying I'm good to go to work. So I'm supposed to start this week, Your Honor.
Okay, so the matters from 2022 that out of Detroit that were dismissed, who is the complaining witness in those domestic violence matters and stalking?
In 2022,
Yes.
I had a sibling. I was living with a young lady, and it was a misunderstanding, and she just wanted me out.
Mr. Smith, just answer the question. Who was the person?
Oh, what was the question? You just said who was the person? Charlene Parker.
Okay.
A different woman.
All right, so not Miss Jones. Okay.
No.
Whole other misunderstanding. Yeah.
And you're not on probation?
A lot of those, Creed.
Nowhere, Your Honor. Nowhere.
His job at Amazon kind of sounded wishy-washy when he was like, I got the job last week, started last week, did my drug test.
But it
Gonna
didn't
start
start.
soon.
No,
Yeah, it hasn't started.
March of 22 out of 36 district court, where you were released with no prosecution, but the other matters, you were charged, but then those were dismissed. 2 domestic violence charges and a stalking charge. And that was an individual with the name of Miss Parker.
Miss who?
Miss Parker, is that what you said her name was?
That was the same person. That was the same incident.
Let's not let that one just breeze by. It's a big deal. It's showing that obviously this is not a just one-time misunderstanding that happened.
He keeps having these misunderstandings with various women in his life.
Yeah.
And here's the thing we got to remember. A lot of times these victims will just not want to move on with it, and they won't help out the police, and the case ends up getting dismissed. Not because he hasn't done anything wrong, just that they can't get the victim to cooperate and help out with the case. Just like this lady said, I don't want to press charges, but will you please press charges?
Oh, Hector, you just reminded me. I finally went slightly down the Nick Rekieta rabbit hole of what's going on with that whole thing. And so have you seen the video where he does something after coming back with little allegedly some white powder up there, and then all of a sudden something happens underneath the Well, he's on his 4th hour of his live stream. Have you seen that yet?
I have not, but it sounds like this guy maybe broken the code on how to go 4 hours, no problem.
I'm telling you, it's interesting.
Okay. And sir, your matter from 2017.
Matter of fact, I think we should watch a piece of it on. We should probably watch a small chunk at the end of members only tonight. It fits into that
Oh yeah, absolutely.
perfectly. Do not watch it today. I want to see your reaction. I
won't.
okay, don't.
I haven't
I want
spelled
to
that
see you
person's
figure
name.
out. I want to see you figure out what's going on under the table.
You said it was sent, it shows you were sentenced to 3 years, 4 months to 5 years. How much time did you serve in the Michigan Department of Corrections?
I did 4.5, I did 3.5 years. I did 4.5, 3.5 years. I did 40 months altogether.
Okay.
I've been off parole and probation. I haven't had no parole or probation since, I want to say, 2021, I want to say. And I've been clean for 4 years, but
No loud. We're gonna watch that one clip, and I want to see Mikey's reaction, and that'll be the last of that. I promise you that.
it's 4 years since I have had my conviction, since 2016.
Okay, so if you're tested right now, sir, what's in your system?
Probably just marijuana. I hit a joint prior to the night of my incident, of my misunderstanding. I don't do drugs at all. I don't even smoke weed like that. Sorry, I don't smoke weed like that. I just hit a joint every now
Like-
and then.
All right, I like that. I like how he just said that. Viagramancer? Did I say that right? Viagra.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. All right, so look, here's the thing. Look, Judge, I am definitely tested clean last week for my job that I'm starting, but I haven't started. And you know, I hit. I believe he hit a joint. Creed, he doesn't really smoke it. Like he's like, you know,
doesn't do
there's
it like that.
people around. I'm like, yeah, you know,
Right.
peer pressure, Your Honor, peer pressure. I've never bought it, if that's what you're asking, Judge.
That's right.
Never bought it.
Probably friends or company. You will not find any drugs in my system.
All right.
Except for
And so, is Miss Jones the mother of any of your 6 children, sir?
No, she helps me with them. I receive my children every weekend, and she receives her children every probably 2 weekends. So I receive my children every weekend for my visitation to see them, and she helps me with those. I have 2
Okay.
girls that come over and 1 son.
2 girls and 1 son.
That comes over. My other 3 children is, I want to say, out in Ohio. I haven't talked to them in a year. She's married now and moved on. So,
Okay.
but I
You
do
don't
have.
know where 2 of the kids are.
Okay.
I don't know. Ohio.
Detective
and
Lyles,
Wisconsin.
did you want to address bond?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ooh,
Your Honor, I believe 20,000, 10% would be sufficient bond for this case. Obviously, this is not a first offense based on the charges or the alleged charges. A couple of things. Mr. Smith has 4 active warrants for his arrest out of Detroit. They're all are labeled from 2017.
Oh,
I'm
no.
aware that Mr. Smith has stated that he hasn't been in any trouble for 8 years. However, I should point out that he's been in prison for 4 of those 8. And when he has been out of prison for 4 years, he committed an offense in 2022, which was dismissed for domestic violence. I understand it was under a different victim. However, that's an inaccuracy in his statement. Additionally, Mr. Smith does not abide by the court's orders due to the fact that he's had warrants since 2017. He's been out of prison for 4 years and he's not made any attempts to take care of those warrants. Based on the severity of this incident and the victim being injured to the point to where she's afraid of him and is asking the state to press charges, because she's afraid of what he may do to her. I think a GPS tether and no contact order is appropriate for this case.
All right.
May my
And-
lawyer, may I speak to my lawyer?
Pro move.
What
Pro
is-
move.
I apologize.
Keep trying to tell him to shut up.
You remember I was in here for rent. Remember we got it? No, we're done with that, bud. I'm sorry. It just keeps going worse and worse and worse here.
He's a problem.
Detective Miles, what are the nature of those warrants, please, from 2017?
They're Detroit traffic warrants. It looks like open alcohol in a container, or open alcohol in a
Mark?
motor vehicle, improper plates, unregistered vehicle, and no ops on person.
Okay, all right, thank you. Okay. Based on the nature of the charges, the seriousness of the offenses, the habitual offender designation in these matters, and to protect the public as well as Ms. Jones, and to ensure Mr. Smith is going to appear in court, the court's going to order
Michigan, Thurston.
Mm-hmm.
a $25,000 10% bond with the following bond conditions. You are not to have any contact with Ms. Jones. That's phone contact, text message, email, social media, third party, any delivery service, any postal service, anything.
Smoke
of the like.
signals.
Don't send
You may not
flowers.
contact her from the jail.
No
whether
paging
it's
her
by
on your
phone, by
Motorola
tablet,
beeper.
Otherwise, you may not have anybody else contact her from the jail. Do you understand all that, Mr. Smith?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not to enter the premises at the apartment in the event you post bond, with the exception of one visit to obtain your personal belongings, so long as you're accompanied by a police officer. He'll give you directions as to how that would occur. You don't go there and then call the police. You cannot go there unless you have the police with you. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs that are not prescribed. You're not to possess or have access to any firearms and or any weapons. Do you have any of those, sir?
No.
You are to have a GPS tether to the Wayne County Jail, house arrest, may work with proof shown to your tether agent. Any questions regarding the bond conditions?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, what's your question, sir?
Your Honor, the most I can get to you is $1,000. It'll really be busting my head wide open to try to find 2,500.
What?
I can get $1,000 and I will commit to your tether. I will, Your Honor. I will. And no problem. No issues, Your Honor. I can get y'all $1,000. And I don't have a problem proving that this is a big misunderstanding.
I'm busting my head open for that.
And making sure I make it to court. Please, if I can get my bond lowered.
So those are the conditions of the court. That's the bond of the court. You also have a surety there, sir, so that could maybe be an option for you, but the court's keeping the bond as it is.
What's cash
Thank
assurance?
you.
I mean,
Denied.
You want us to explain that, Your Honor?
Yes, that's fine.
so did it go
All
lower?
right,
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
have a good day. Thank you. All right.
Oh man! Before we get talking too much about that, as soon as this video is over, you're going to be redirected to a video that starts in 15 minutes. A brand new Judge DiSanto video, just like those two we just watched. One of those was from today, and the other one was from yesterday. So we're going to try and do our best. Over on We Got a Case. So if you're watching on Credence and Mikey, you need to subscribe to We Got a Case so you can get tons of DiSanto as it comes in.
I'm glad that she held up what she did on that side of things and not dude needs some help. And
Yeah, that poor lady. Oof.
that is
He's a menace to all Mormons.
a menace to society, I believe they.
I like Mormons.
I do believe. The Misunderstanding Express. Madonna was first. And thank you. Deborah, Katie Nine, Alex, Mac Attack with the PP, April Wyndham Gifts, Viagra Mancer.
That was my nickname in high school.
Viagra Mancer.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Don't forget,
Now.
so much more coming. If you don't like,
careful.
if you don't like me and Creed, that's all right. This video we just watched, it'll be going up in the later on today without us. All part of the service we offer to our beautiful fans, but only over on We Got a Case. Make sure you become a fan, subscribe, love it. Creed, there's also members only on that channel at 5:30. You don't want to miss it. Creed's going to show me a guy doing coke.
Oh, no. There's more than just that, my friend. There's more than just that. God Rides a Harley. Thank you with the 2 bones. You are on the misunderstanding. Do I got to read a whole damn? No. God
Same
Rides
as
a
it
Harley.
ever was, Creed. You're on the caboose. All right, boys and girls, children of all ages, we're going to call it a day right here. But you don't have to go anywhere. Like I said, you're being redirected. So hold tight. Stay safe. Stay hard. Stay tuned. Because it's the same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was.